We are back with more of My Southern Home, and I'm here with Kalyn Wise-Guy with StoneMark Granite. And Kalyn, this is another fantastic house that you brought us to, and I love the story of how the homeowner gravitated toward this quartzite.
Yes, so this is a Budorf custom-built home, and the homeowners, they chose Taj Mahal quartzite for their kitchen. The homeowner knew she wanted it going into her process of building her home. Her friend had it in Florida, and she waited about 5 years to build her own home and pick it for her kitchen. So,
I love that she was sharing with us that she saw this, 4 or 5 years ago and has been thinking about it ever since.
Yeah, so she came into her initial appointment with us and, asked us about Taj Mahal, which was perfect because we do stock it, which is something we can get very easily. And originally when she came in, what we had on site was already spoken for other jobs, other homeowners. So she didn't get to pick her slabs until a little bit later on in the process, but she waited, and when the material finally became available, she found the perfect couple of slabs to do this decently sized kitchen.
Well, I've heard over and over again over the years talking to homeowners how they see a slab of whether it's, quartz or quartzite or granite, and they just have to have it.
Exactly. So she knew she wanted this coming into the process. So when those slabs were available, I think they did speak to her. It was just, what she wanted from the get-go. The variations in this particular stone can vary a little bit. I know her husband, didn't want particular tones to come out, and luckily those tones weren't in this particular 2 slabs that we used for her layout here.
Kalyn, one of the things that I notice is that quartzite is extremely popular, and it's one of my favorite stones too. Why do you feel like so many people are gravitating toward this natural stone?
So it is definitely an aesthetic thing. The Taj Mahal specifically has a marble-esque look without having that maintenance. Quartzite is a very strong stone versus a marble, which is very soft. With that being said, it is porous, but when sealed properly and taken care of, as far as on a day-to-day basis, just not using anything extremely acidic to wear down that sealer, the quartzites really should stand the test of time. Where a marble, you might want to be a little bit more careful. So the quartzite is definitely a very good option for a heavily used area.
Well, that's a very good point, because if you have an active family and you like to cook, this isn't going to get the scratches over time that a marble would get.
Exactly. So you can be rough and tough in this kitchen, and you really shouldn't see much chipping or anything like that. With any natural stone, you may see etching, but it's aggressive use that is going to cause that to happen. But your normal use, cooking, cleaning, entertaining, you shouldn't really have any issues like that.
Kalyn, she used quartzite in the kitchen, obviously, but throughout the home, she used a lot of different stones.
She did. So we chose quartz for her primary bath. We used the same color in her guest bath. It's just a white, very minimal veined option that mixed well with the different tiles and finishes in those 2 bathrooms. In her powder room, we chose Fantasy Brown, which is a dolomite from the marble family. It has a leathered finish, so it's a little smooth texture, beautiful color variation that matches her decor in there. In the kitchenette area, we have the same quartz again, which is above a small wet bar, which is a good option for entertaining things that could happen, spills and such, giving her that marble look without the maintenance there. And I think that's it. We use quartz, dolomite, and Taj Mahal, which is the quartzite. So a good mixture of man-made and natural material.
Well, one of the nice things about your company, Kalyn, is that every single one of your employees is very educated about the different stones and the pros and cons of picking the stones for specific areas. So you can walk through a homeowner room by room and pick out the perfect countertop for whatever their needs are that will fit the way they live in their home.
Exactly, it'll fit their lifestyle. And I think that's an important thing to know, because everything when coming to building a home or remodeling is going to have its pros and cons. So with the surfaces of doing the countertops, you really should know who's the main user there, what's going to be going on in this room. Are you someone who cooks a lot? Well, maybe this is a better material for you. Do you not cook? Because maybe you're doing a lot of takeout and maybe you can do marble. I don't know. So it just really depends. You have to get to know the customer, their lifestyle, like you said, and then figure out their aesthetic from there and hopefully find that perfect surface to use in those areas.
Kalyn, so closing thoughts for the homeowners that are watching today. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing homeowners have when it comes to picking out countertops?
I think patience is a really good thing to have. Usually when my homeowners come in the beginning phases of the design process or the building process, I tell them we're going to meet again, and we might meet again after that. So it's okay to not get everything done in our initial appointment. It's almost like window shopping. You see what's available, what's not available, and we take it from there. You can kind of get inspiration from that initial appointment and get a pretty good idea of what you want to use in certain areas. Then again, with this specific homeowner, she came to the table knowing she wanted something specific for a specific area. And then with natural stone, there is always that variation of colors and character in the stone that some people might not like. So let's just wait for that next bundle to come in. Maybe that one will be perfect. And that's typically how it goes. Don't get too upset, because there will be more, hopefully.
Kalyn, thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you again for having me.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.